Chemical reactions and equations. Lecture number 2. In this lecture, we discuss the various types of chemical reactions and their examples. Now, let's discuss about the various types of a chemical reaction. There are basically 5 types of chemical reactions, namely combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, oxidation and reduction reactions. Now let's start with the combination reaction. As the name suggests, in this reaction, 2 or more compounds combine to give rise to a single product. Given below are some examples such as the burning of coal and the formation of water. There are some reactions in which energy is released. They are called as an exothermic reaction. An example of an exothermic reaction has been given below, which is the burning of natural gas. The chemical equation is CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2O. In the next page, you can see a list of examples of a combination reaction. Please have a look patiently. Now, let's learn about a decomposition reaction. As the name suggests, in this reaction, a single reactant breaks down to give rise to a simpler product. For example, in the given equation, we can see that ferrous sulfate has undergone decomposition to give rise to ferric oxide, sulfurous oxide, and sulfuric oxide. These are simpler products. Given below is another example. In the following slide, one can observe a list of examples of a decomposition reaction. Please have a look patiently. Okay, now let's learn about the displacement reaction. In this reaction, an element replaces the other element present in a compound. In the given example, we can see that iron has replaced copper from the copper sulfate solution. This is a small experiment here. In the experiment, I dip a iron nail inside a copper sulfate solution. One can clearly see that the iron nail which is dipped in the copper sulfate solution becomes brown compared to a normal iron nail. This is a result of a displacement reaction. Given below are the examples of a displacement reaction. Please have a look. Now, let's move on to double displacement reactions. In this reaction, what actually happens is the elements of the compounds on the reactant side and the product sides get interchanged with each other. Consider the following example. In this case, we can see that the barium from barious sulfate and sodium is from sodium hydroxide. In this reaction, actually a white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed, and such reaction is called as a precipitation reaction. And this is how we do it in the lab. Examples of a double displacement reaction have been given below. Please have a look. Now, let's learn about oxidation and reduction reactions. Those reactions which involve the addition of oxygen atoms are said to be called as an oxidation reaction, and that substance which takes the oxygen atoms is said to be oxidized. For example, in this case, you see that copper is accepting the oxygen, and hence we say that copper is being oxidized. There is another set of reaction in which there is a loss of oxygen or a gain of hydrogen. This reaction is called as a reduction reaction, and that substance which undergoes a reduction reaction is said to be reduced. We can see that in the given example. There is another class of reaction which involves both oxidation and reduction. This is called as a redox reaction. The examples are being shown below. Please have a look. Now let's discuss some real-time examples of a redox reaction. The very popular example is corrosion, in which a metal is usually attacked by moisture. An example of corrosion is rusting, where the bodies of the car get damaged. Another popular example is the rusting of railway bridges near the rivers. Another example of a redox reaction is rancidity, which is usually upside down foods which are left stale for a long time. This is usually found in fats and oils, usually cakes. Coming to the summary. expect the student to read the summary patiently. Thank you for watching.